Good morning, afternoon, XRP fans. Wherever you're watching from, you're welcome here. Today we're going to talk about big events that are putting XRP traders on pause. Yes, pause everyone. Why? We've got debt ceiling stuff. We've got outflows. We've got, the Fed wanting to drop a few more hits on us. Let's start talking about that and how this whole timeline actually works out. Hola, mi amigos and amigas. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I speak French, not Spanish. We're going to skip the heat map today because today's lesson is going to be about events. Yes, this is important because there's a couple of them happening here very soon. It's putting the market on hold. Now, when we look over at crypto Twitter, you can see that there is nothing trending crypto-wise. Interesting. Let's get to the next one. Stablecoin volumes on exchanges take a hit. BUSD and USDC lead redemptions. According to recent data from Glassnode non-chain firm, volume of stablecoins held on centralized exchanges has hit low volumes. Reportedly, the volume has been estimated to be below 20 billion, the lowest since April of 2021. Let's get to that chart. And by the way, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked where, everyone? Yeah, you got it. The description below. Check it out. All stablecoins balances right here. You can see there has been a very, very sharp drop. BUSD, USDC. Now, I did a story a few days ago about USDC shrinking, XRP gaining, XRP being a store of value. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't understand store of value versus payment. Might have to do a deep dive video on that to kind of explain the two because they are very, very different. But stable coins, right, the least risky, right? Think about it. When people get rid of their crypto, they then go into stable coins. If they're then like, yo, the market is way too much even for stable coins, they then get out and go to the fiat world, all right? So if we're seeing stable coins go down, that's telling us there's still a lot of risk out there. Let's keep learning. Digital investment asset products saw outflows totaling 32 million, representing the fifth consecutive week of outflows. Interesting. Volumes totaled 900 million for the week, 40% below this year's average. Oh, and by the way, this report here is also in the description below. Exchanges hit their lowest level since late 2020 at 20 billion for the week. All right, so I picked these stories for a reason. It has to do with the crypto market taking a pause. We're waiting for several big things to reveal some clarity. Debt ceiling, Jerome Powell being the two biggest ones. Start talking about that stuff here. Oh, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard. You know what that man said? 2 more rate hikes this year. 600 basis points is not off the table. So even if we get a pause in June, hold up, when in June, everyone? June 13th to 14th. Don't worry, we'll be live streaming that event. Speaking of live streams, I'm hosting a learning session tomorrow. I'm going to teach everyone how to read a P&L and how you can use that to your advantage. Another tool in the toolbox for those of us out there that love the finance world. 600 basis points though. So even if we do get a pause in June, they're saying, hey, look, we're going to do whatever the hell we have to do to get things under control. So even if the banks have problems, even if the bond gap gets worse and worse and worse and more banks default, even if we can't pay our bills, we're still going to tackle inflation. Whoa, that is a lot of cash crunch issues. People are wondering where can they put their cash. Now, I have some really good data here. Check out for XRP. This is flows by asset. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, blah, blah, blah. I got XRP right here. This week, we've actually seen an inflow. Yes, everyone, an inflow. In year to date, yes, inflow for XRP. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance, all outflows. So you can see there's definitely some movement happening in the market. Now let's go on a little further here. Why? The people in the know, the people that make money on this CME Fed group action here we go. 73% are saying they're going to take a pause in June, with 27% saying, hey, they're going to drop another quarter on us. We're going to keep a close eye on this because a lot of this data is going to move as we start getting more about like debt ceiling stuff. And we heard Janet Yellen say, hey, we're probably not going to be able to pay all of our bills. Now, because of the store of value, we can pretty much assume that Bitcoin will go up. Why? Because it's a less risky asset than US banks. But like I said, XRP is just not there yet. But remember a few years ago, Bitcoin wasn't really a store of value, was it? Interesting. That's also why you should watch the P&L live stream that I'm going to do tomorrow, because I'm going to talk about store of value and how companies like MicroStrategy and Elon Musk, you know, that big guy over there, is using cryptos. Holy crap, the wind is really rip-roaring out here. I think we got a storm maybe coming in. Wow, this is bad. But anyways, companies like Tesla and MicroStrategies actually hold cryptos on their books, not to use it to move money, because a lot of people are like, yo, Bitcoin moving money. No, store of value, very, very different. Let's get to that now, XRP price action. All right, here we go. Check it out, highlighted in baby blue here. You can see volume has gone down quite substantially, but we're still holding strong. This is actually really, really good. You can see here in this last move that yesterday was the day of fear, hitting a low of 45.2. Today, though, we've already hit a high of 46.6. So XRP is still holding strong despite what, everyone? Low volume. Now, again, if we go back to the charts here and the resources that we have, you can see that XRP is one of the few that actually has big inflows. That being said, Litecoin, though, has the biggest inflow. All right, so let's put this all in perspective. At the beginning of the month, I told you that May would be a low volume month. People in the know, right? Your high corporate people know that, hey, what is May big on? Graduations, vacations, school being out, stuff like that. The finance world really does take a break in May, and you could see it by, yes, low volumes. The good news is, though, is XRP is still maintaining the price at where it's at, and XRP is not having outflows, rather having inflows. Now, what do we have to look out for, and what can we think of in the next few weeks? Well, honestly, low volumes will continue until we get debt ceiling and Jerome Powell rate hike announcement stuff. The market will be on pause, kind of trading sideways. Don't look for anything too crazy unless something negative happens, all right? And I can't predict that. I'm sorry, everyone. I just can't. But the markets will be on hold. Look for low volume until we get more news on those two topics I told you about. Now, what we have to pay big and close attention to is during that low volume, can we hold the prices where we're at? We're not looking to gain during low volume. We're just looking to play defense right now and make sure that we don't lose ground. The XRP community fires up heavily around that 50-cent mark. And if we get some good news, which, you know, with debt ceiling wise, maybe Jerome Powell taking a break, that might help us out, especially if we get some positive words, because this next meeting with Jerome Powell and the Fed has to deal with economic projections. And we've watched together on previous live streams that the actual words out of Jerome Powell's mouth moves the market more than the rate hike announcement itself.